GORIS in Armenia is the closest town to Nagorno-Karabakh and hosts thousands of people displaced by fighting with Azerbaijan. Many arrived here with only their clothes on their back. Young volunteers sort donation boxes to help provide their basic needs.
They do shifts. Some of the volunteers are students, but we have school children as well. They come in early in the morning and they do not want to leave. We urge them to have some rest, but they keep staying and work constantly.
On the other side of the conflict, children and their families, forced from their homes in Tartar city in Azerbaijan, take shelter in a school in the town of Barda. Local aid agencies offer help in refugee centers, including supplying baby food and diapers. Many of these Azeris have been displaced at least once before during the war in the early 90s. Then Armenian forces occupied 7 cities in Azerbaijan, close to Nagorno-Karabakh.
They're providing food, medicine and everything, but we must go back to our homes. This is how it has to be. I'd rather eat a piece of onion and bread, but in my home.
A ceasefire which came into force on Sunday has been violated from the first hour it started. Both sides accuse each other of opening fire. The ceasefire agreed in Moscow last week was supposed to allow the handover of bodies of soldiers, as well as prisoners of war, supervised by the International Committee of the Red Cross. That hasn't happened.
We are in continuous discussions with them, passing proposals back and forth. Operational and logistical agreements need to be agreed and in place, and the safety of our teams guaranteed for such an operation to take place. We are, however, not involved in the political negotiations.
Azerbaijan's close ally Turkey says in addition to a ceasefire, the international community should urge Armenian forces to withdraw from what it calls Azerbaijan's occupied territories based on UN and EU resolutions. Turkey has announced its full support for Azerbaijan, both diplomatically and militarily. Armenia's Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said a humanitarian crisis can only be prevented if the international community officially recognizes the right of Nagorno-Karabakh people to self-determination and the point of recognizing its independence. Pashinyan also said that the Turkish forces are in the South Caucasus in order to continue the policy of what he calls the genocide of the Armenian people. He also accused Turkey of recruiting Syrian mercenaries to fight for Azerbaijan. Azeri officials in the capital Baku have repeatedly denied that, and there has been no response from the leadership in Ankara. A widely view held in both capitals is that Pashinyan is trying to gain international support by involving Turkey directly in this conflict. Sinem, Koseoglu, Al Jazeera, Mingachevir, Azerbaijan.